I tried to film the rain and it killed my camera. So everybody is looking for that next big scheme, that way to like get rich quick and get out of the workforce, because nobody wants to sit around being on somebody else's time for the rest of their entire existence. I've been, you know, trying this whole YouTube thing for quite a while now, and if I'm being honest, it's not going very well. It's not going very far, but that's okay. We're just going to keep going at it till it gets somewhere. But I keep seeing all these videos online of like the rain videos, and it's like a nature scene, and it's just like hours upon hours of just rain sound effects, and like people will eat those up, and I get it, like it's calming, you can go to sleep to it, or you can read to it, or you can just chill out to it, and I was like, you know, that's something that I can do. And like another thing that I noticed is that a lot of the videos aren't like legit videos. They're just like a GIF more or less of this rainy scene, and then they take that GIF and they put some like rain sound effects behind it, and then boom, you've got this like super massive video that like everybody in the entire world is watching, and you got like millions of views, and you know they're just making bank off of this because, like, you know, people are sitting around just watching this video for hours. And so I was like, okay, like how do I get on that, because like that sounds like a good avenue. Plus I like really like the rain and like cool scenery and stuff, and so that kind of got me cooking. And for like a good while now I have been trying to like catch a storm. I've been the storm chaser, and so I've been storm chasing for a while, and whenever it rains I'm like, okay, I gotta go out, I gotta find a cool scene, and I'm gonna get some cool rain footage today. And it took the longest just to get like that situation, because more often than not what would happen here where I live, like the rain comes for like 20 minutes and then the rain goes away and then it never comes back. And so by the time I get all my camera equipment shuffled up in this bag and I'm ready to go out and go film the rain, it stops and then it never comes back. And so like unless I just literally set up a camera somewhere in some like park or something and hope nobody messes with it and try and capture the rain, it's going to be really difficult to ever get that to work or to happen. And so that was like the first struggle of trying to capture the rain, get the rain effects, because I wanted like a real video. I didn't want to just do what everybody else was doing and just hire some Fiverr artist to give me a GIF image that plays rain on repeat. No, that's not what I was looking for. I wanted real rain effects, and it was going to be great. The day came where it was going to rain, and it was going to rain all day, and it was going to rain nice and hard so I could get some cool rain sounds, and that was like, whoo, let's go. So it was like some Saturday or whatever, and the rain was coming down. I packed up all my stuff. I went and found a good spot in the forest that I could just like film the rain, and it was gonna be great. And so I had my setup, I got my camera, stuck my camera out in the forest, found some spots, and so every like half hour or so I would go out, I would switch the angle, because like, you know, I can loop half-hour footage or whatever for hours on end if I have to, but it's also nice to have a variety. And since it's so hard to come across these rainstorms, I was like, you know, I should probably get a variety of shots so that I could maybe keep this going or whatever. And so I did this for about 2.5 hours. On like the 2.5 hour mark, I went out to go switch the camera again. And when I went out, my camera's viewfinder was completely black. And I was like, well, that's great. Like, that doesn't look good. So I turned off the camera, and then I brought all my gear inside. I changed into a dry pair of clothes, and I was like, okay, whatever. I'm just gonna leave the camera alone. I'm gonna let it sit for a while, think about what it's done, all that good stuff. And then we're going to, from there, hopefully have some footage that I can work with. We'll see what happens. I'm not holding my breath at this point, but it would be really nice if my camera would at least work. So I get home, and no progress on the camera. It's still black screening me. It won't do anything. It won't respond. I can't really get anything out of it. And I was like, well, great. Like, if my camera goes down and I can't use it anymore, what am I going to film videos with in the future? And so that was my big, oh no. And so I got to thinking, and I was like, you know, it's been a while, but I remember several years back, I bought like this like off-brand GoPro, those tiny little guys. Oh, let me go get it for you. So anyway, I get home, my camera's shot, I can't get anything on the camera to work, and I'm panicking now because I'm like, well, how am I ever going to record anything else if this camera is just toast at this point? And I was like, oh, that's right. I bought this like off-brand GoPro thing, and like I used it for like 1 or 2 shoots, and that was it. I didn't really like it all that much, but I was like, well, shoot, if it's the only camera I got, I've got to use it. So I dig around, and find this thing, and would you look at this bad boy? It comes in a waterproofed case. And so I'm like, well, golly gee, I just destroyed my main camera when I have a weatherproofed, waterproofed camera right here in my hand that I could have been using to film the rain the whole time. So that's another lesson learned. Make sure you have the right equipment for the right work, and things might go your way. So at any rate, I'm home, my camera's toast, I've got this waterproof camera in my possession that I should have been using all along, and I'm like, well, okay, let's at least take the SD card out, and let's see if I got any usable footage. And so I go in to my editing software, and I've got some, I'm just going through the footage or whatever. I get maybe like 5 minutes worth of footage before the lens is, of course, then too wet to even see out of. And eventually, because of the humidity and the steam, I guess, the lens fogged up, so you can't see anything either. So it's like between the fogging of the lens and like the water that had just fallen on the lens, I maybe had like 5 minutes of like good forest rain footage before it was just done. And you can't see anything, and now it's like, oh, the whole aesthetic of this is gone. So from there, I'm like, well, great. So I got 5 minutes of footage. I've got 5 minutes, oh, even less time of rain sound actually, because the mic on my camera got waterlogged, and so it sounds really like bad and like underwater and crappy when you get to like the 3 minute mark or so. And so that was garbage. And so, I mean, lesson learned, I'm not gonna give up on filming the rain, but gosh darn it, do I know a lot more about it now than I did before. So next time around, I am going to, thankfully my main camera did come back to life. That's what I'm filming this on right now. Probably gonna buy a new one anyway, and so that just gives me an excuse to do so. But like some big takeaways from this, at least for me, I plan to continue my rain filming journey, just gotta wait for the rain to come. And then on top of that, making sure that my camera and equipment is properly prepped and waterproofed for it. And then I'm probably gonna try and find a mic, a better mic that I can use to capture the sound, because like I really want to capture the sound of legitimate rain. And I don't know how easy or challenging that will be, but obviously the mic on my camera got waterlogged. I don't know if like a standard external mic will get waterlogged or not, but we're just gonna keep going and we're gonna keep trying at it. Keep your eyes out for a rain video if that's the kind of thing that gets you going. Be aware that I'm going to be making it rain here on this channel here shortly. And like, let me know what you think of the rain. Like, is it terrible? Is it good? Should I keep doing this? Should I stop doing this? But yeah, really, that's all I got for you guys. Just trying something new. I might hopefully hop back on the usual stuff here on this channel and go back to what I was doing. But I've always kind of wanted to play around with rain footage anyway. I've got some other really exciting projects that really got me going coming down the pipeline as well. And so I know I haven't been posting as much as I usually do, but hopefully coming back and making progress on things that you guys can get really excited about out there. But until then, stay tuned for the rain. And if you guys are trying to do any rain filming, make sure that you're well prepped for it. So that's all I got for you guys. Until next time, bye-bye.